Guys, what's up? Welcome back here to the channel, and really appreciate you guys checking out today's video because guys, got a new bait I want to show you. We're going to be talking about the new Jamaica Boa Junior Buzzbait. This is the downsized version from the famous larger Jamaica Boa. This thing just came out, guys. I'm going to give you guys some tips and advice on how to fish it. And one of the reasons I wanted to do today's video on it is we are right in the middle of buzzbait season. I think that like the middle part, probably about the mid part of September into like the second week of November, absolutely the best time of year to fish a buzzbait. So we're going to give you guys some good tips and advice and show you the new Jamaica Boa Junior buzzbait. And also guys, if you want one, you better get it now. I'll put my Tackle Warehouse link in the description of the video here. If you guys use that link, you can get you some buzzbaits there. Good way to support the channel. But I'm sure after this video, these things are going to get sold out within the next day or two. So anyway, link in the description if you guys would like to check one out and order one there. Okay, guys, let's talk a little bit about this new bait. And I'm going to show you, really talk a little bit about some tips and advice on how to fish it, buzzbait fishing in general. Now, if you, a lot of you guys out there have been using the just original Jamaica Boa, guys. This is a large, full-size buzzbait from Megabass here. You can see the size difference in terms of the blade design and quite a bit smaller profile. I've been wanting the Junior for a long time because the Junior is a little bit more versatile in terms of different type of conditions. You know, the full-size Jamaica Boa, this is a big fish lure. It's really good for bigger, aggressive fish. But this new little Junior, guys, is going to be awesome just on a wide range of bass, anywhere from a pound up, you're going to be able to catch them on it. Okay, now what makes this thing so unique? Couple different things, guys. Number one is the components. Every component in this bait is super high quality component. Every single aspect of it. Nano-coated hook here, needle sharp, 3/0. It's got a hand-tied skirt on it, and you've got these 4 little legs that come down, so you don't even have to put a trailer on it. And then the blade has got the holes in it here, which creates this bubbling, sort of gurgling action. And then you've got this noise maker that's positioned right here on the shaft that the blade, you can bend it down where it'll hit the thing at different type of frequencies. You can put it down pretty tight on it. It makes a really loud clacking noise, or you can bend it up just a little bit and it just barely makes a clacking noise, or you can bend it up where it doesn't hit it at all, depending upon what the fish want. So just the attention to detail on this buzzbait is just second to none, guys. I got a lot of different good color options with it. And I'm in the process, I'm leaving tomorrow for Lake of the Ozarks for that BFL tournament. I'm getting ready to tie both of these on right now for that tournament there. Okay, now let's talk a little bit about, when you want to fish the Jamaica Boa Junior buzzbait, when it's going to work good, what the situations are for that. Now, what happens, in my opinion, guys, there's 2 times of the year that a buzzbait's really good. You can catch them on a buzzbait anytime the water temperature is over 55 degrees, but there's 2 primary windows throughout the course of the year where they really, really like a buzzbait. That is in the late pre-spawn, when that water temperature is getting close to 60 degrees. There's probably about a 2 to 3 week window when that water is sort of like 57 to 62 degrees. Buzzbait works really good, but my favorite time to fish a buzzbait is right now because the length of the time they bite it and the diversity of different type of cover and water that it works in is wide ranging in the fall time. Now, there's a couple different reasons why buzzbait is really good in the fall time of the year. Number one, it's just a combination of everything that's changing. You got shorter daylight hours. You got usually water levels are dropping a little bit. The nighttime temperatures are cooling off a little bit. And you've got a lot of different things changing. You've got oxygen levels that are changing throughout the lake. Thermoclines are breaking up, and it puts a lot of fish in shallower water in the fall time of the year. And in addition to the bass being up there, you still have a lot of forage up there. You got every species of perch is up shallow, bluegills, black perch, pumpkin seeds. You got shad, you got crawdads. There's still frogs out. Got a lot of different stuff that is up shallow. And these fish in the fall time of the year tend to be sort of like rogue loners. In other words, what they do is they get back in these shallow areas and they just cover the bank. And, that's why it's really important when you're fishing a buzzbait, like the Jamaica Boa Junior, to simply cover water. That's the key on catching fish on a buzzbait in the fall time of the year, is covering water. Now, there's 2 different types of patterns that work really good with this. A lot of it depends on the cover that your lake has. You can fish target-oriented cover like grass beds, paths, lay down trees, something like that, stuff that's in the water. But my favorite way to fish a buzzbait in the fall time of the year is covering water on the bare type banks, rocky banks, gravelly banks, clay banks, something like that. And I want to cover as much water as I can. So say, for example, I'll go back into a creek arm. I'll go halfway back in there. I'll put the trolling motor down and I'll fish everything. I'll fish the main part of the creek. Say I'm on this main part of the creek and I'm coming up into a cove. I'll fish the point going into the cove. I'll fish all the way in the cove to the back of the cove and out the other side. Just put that trolling motor on about 4 or 5 and just make as many casts as you can with some type of a medium to medium fast stop and go retrieve. Is going to be really, really good. Two basic colors that I use. Megabass makes a lot of different colors in that Jamaican Boa Junior, and they all work. I like some type of a black if you have a little bit cleaner water and if you have shade, like throwing that thing in the shade. But if I have like a day where the water is, a little bit more off colored, for example, say if that water visibility is under 3 foot, 2.5 or 3 foot, and especially if it got like a cloudy or rainy day, that's when the white and chartreuse or the white or the pearls or the shad patterns are going to work really good. And a lot of it, you just sort of have to experiment, because that's what I have found. But a lot of times you just sort of have to see what the fish want, just have to experiment them. Most of the time I have found that a buzzbait, the color that you choose on a buzzbait is not quite as important as other colors in other lure categories. Crankbaits and jerkbaits and that type of stuff is more important. But usually if they're on a buzzbait bite and they're reacting to a buzzbait, you can catch them on about any color. Let me give you a prime example, guys. We fished a tournament up at Lake of the Ozarks. It was a Bassmaster Invitational or Bassmaster Open quite a few years ago up there. It was a late October, early November tournament. And I finished in that tournament, like, I can't remember, 5th or 6th in the tournament. And I was throwing a chartreuse buzzbait with a gold blade. And I actually should have won the tournament. I had enough big ones on. I just couldn't. They were jumping off and pulling off. But anyway, I caught them on the chartreuse buzzbait, and Dan Moorhead won that tournament on a black buzzbait. So those are like two opposite ends of the spectrum as far as color goes. So again, it's more about the presentation, where you throw it, and just keeping it in your hand. Most of the time on a buzzer, guys, I don't like to use braided line. A lot of guys use braid. I prefer to use, like 20, 25 pound test Seaguar and Vizex fluorocarbon line, some type of a 7 foot 2 inch medium heavy bait cast rod. I use that Megabass Perfect pitch for it. And like I said, just cover water with the thing. But the main thing is you got to figure out, the retrieve they want, the type of cover they're in, color to some degree. And it's just being stubborn and committing to it. The people that catch fish on a buzzbait, that do really good on a buzzbait, are the people that throw it all day long. It's sort of like a swim bait or a glide bait. You can't go out with like a big swim bait or glide bait and throw it for 45 minutes and not catch a fish on it and say they're not biting it. And that's the same with a buzzbait. You can't throw a buzzbait for 30 minutes or 45 minutes and not get a bite and then just say they're not biting a buzzer. Most of the time with the buzzbait, unless you're in a situation where it's perfect, like cloudy, low light conditions, rainy a little bit, water temperatures in the 60s, that's a condition where you can catch a lot of fish on a buzzer. But most of the time with the buzzer, it's more about quality than quantity. You're gonna catch bigger fish on a buzzbait, but you're not gonna get as many bites on it. So anyway, guys, give that a try, guys. Try one of those Jamaican Boa Junior buzzbaits, guys. There's not a finer buzzbait on the market. You guys are gonna love that thing. The Jamaican Boa also, I'll put the links to both of those in my Tackle Warehouse link. They're just, once you get one of them, you'll see what I'm talking about. Put it up against any buzzbait that you buy, and you can see right off the bat, it's like the difference between getting a Ferrari or a Chevy, little, economy Chevy car versus a Ferrari in terms of the quality of components in it. So, guys, thanks for tuning in. We'll talk later.